Yes. Yes. Yep. Welcome to the Jay-Z extravaganza. I'd like to introduce my band right now. Just blazing the blazettes. Right now, I want you to get a drummer song. No mind, really. Get a drummer song. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable, shake the unshakable.
It's holy, baby.
Cancel the ununstoppable, rock the unflappable.
It's holy, baby.
Follow the flow. Look, they say a midget standing on a giant shoulder can see much further than a giant. So I got the whole rap world on my shoulder. They trying to see further than I am. And I have been trying to be patient with their preoccupation with David and Goliath. But sooner or later that patience gonna run this.
Buy this car to drive to work to pay for this car. Buy this car to drive to work to work.
Welcome to YellBro Road. I am Jordan, and today we're going to go over a little bit of a before and after little snapshot of Trump pre-2024, or his first administration, to Trump now in this new administration. But before I get started, do not forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Check them out, read them, share them, then donate. All of it is very much appreciated. And also, if you like to talk some shit, please join the new Discord I have there. I'm going to hopefully set up shop there and bounce between the Discord I'm in now and that one so I can interact with everyone and all that shit. But feel free to go in there, play movies, play music, do whatever the fuck you want, because you know I will be. But yeah, do that. Link in the description box. All right. So I kind of, I don't want to say handpicked, but I kind of just randomly just thought of random topics of the current Trump administration. And I wanted to just showcase how in his first term, he was already saying these things or advocating for these things. Or, you know, I think it was pretty predictable what he was going to do. Also, it's not just the first administration. It's just like everything before he got elected. Again, that is the main point. So.
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, go ahead.
Are you trying to say that you cherry-picked clips that make Trump look bad?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
But I think there's no dispute that he did say these things, both before he got elected and after he got elected. Thus, there is no surprise for any Trump fans or people that were tricked by Trump or disillusioned by him or whatever. There should be no, in a way, no excuses. Although, I'm not, sitting here trying to torture people for getting something wrong. That's not really the thing. It's more so about these people that come out and speak like they weren't fucking tricked in the first place. Like they're now they were the thought leaders, they get it wrong, and now they're the replacement thought leaders for their own past mistakes. I'm like, dude, isn't there some sort of I don't know, rites of passage to any of this stuff? Or is it just, you could just willy-nilly just pick teams, get it wrong, and just maintain your status, I guess. Not that that's so important. It's just, it's just a little weird. I don't know. Like, how do you know they're not getting it wrong now? Yeah, go ahead.
You can be like Ian Carroll, who just kind of pop conspiracy, comes out of nowhere and gets all of its information from ChatGPT and then regurgitates it. So you could also do that.
Fair enough. I mean, that guy leapfrog past everyone. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Out of nowhere, just became an expert on everything.
Yeah.
It's how did you have all this time to do research on 30 different things? Crazy.
That he claimed he was new to.
He must be really smart. Yeah, that he's like, guys, I'm just looking into it. I don't know all the things. So why are you here? Not that you have to know all the things, but just a basic foundation of just logic and even just critically analyzing things, which he does not have. But
yeah, that's the thing. I'm not some fucking whiz kid on information. I'm not at all, but I know at least like I don't know, like what I try to provide is just like here's my thoughts out loud in the most honest way I can possibly say them. Like that's all I got. That's why I ramble a lot and I go over ideas 30, 40 fucking times over because that's where my thoughts are at. And I just say them. Ian Carroll does not sound like that. He sounds like
No.
pretty scripted, polished type of talking about shit we already knew about, but
Mhm.
also like I don't know. There's like a weird thing between people who didn't know this shit and they're learning from Ian Carroll, or there's people where it's like, damn, Ian Carroll's kind of popular and famous right now, so like he's actually bringing these ideas to the mainstream. Like that was the also the other idea of the Ian Carroll phenomenon. I'm just like,
Yeah, that was one of the narratives for sure. And then he was co-hosting with Alex Jones, co-hosting with Candace Owens, quote unquote, criticizing technocracy while never really saying anything about Peter Thiel or Trump, and trying to say that Trump was like some sort of like, we don't really know. We'll see how he is. And it's like, what do you mean? He was president already.
exactly.
Like, what do you mean we don't really know? Like, maybe you don't, idiot. Anyway,
That is
fucking
a
morons.
perfect point to parlay off of. Yeah, we saw this coming before he got elected the second time. That is, we already had all the years of his administration and the years in between that administration and this new one. All the evidence was there. So let's just willy nilly just kind of go over these things. Here's Trump talking about a very major topic, right? Israel Palestine, or Israel Gaza, or Israel Hamas. And here was his thoughts during a summer debate with Joe Biden. Here we go.
As far as Israel and Hamas, Israel's the one that wants to go. He said the only one that wants to keep going is Hamas. Actually, Israel is the one, and you should let him go and let him finish the job. He doesn't want to do it. He's become like a Palestinian, but they don't like him because he's a very bad Palestinian. He's a weak one.
We are the biggest.
So
I
as
tried
you
to
say,
forget about this debate.
oh yeah, but it happened, and the words "finish the job" came out of his fucking mouth, and I don't know what the anti-war people, the Scott Horton readers and watchers, I don't know what they saw here to where it's like, okay, this is okay, this will go by fine. I don't know what the fuck they saw, but when I heard that, I'm like, what the fuck you just say in front of people? Finish the job. Remember, this is after, obviously, it's like almost a year into after the October 7th thing, right? It's like a year in, like meaning there's atrocities happening. And Trump's opinion was finish the job. Well, let's look at Trump today, after the election.
They see evidence of a genocide in Gaza?
I don't think it's that. Look, they're in a war. There's some horrible things happened on October 7th, as you know. It was a horrible, horrible thing. One of the worst I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of bad things in some president in terms of wars. And
so, not a genocide, apparently. It's a bad war, and, immediately brings up October 7th, like immediately. And it's like same old narratives that we've heard a million times after that genocide started. So no difference between candidate or prior President Trump and current Trump. Let's keep it moving to another topic here. Here we have Rand Paul. I'm sure a lot of right-wing people are fans of Rand Paul. Maybe the libertarian types like Rand Paul. But he says something when talking about the 2020 NDA, or NDAA, which Trump signed, by the way. And it's just like this weird thing that's in the writing that he noticed and called out. But as you can see, 1.9 thousand views, no one cared 5 years ago. What did Rand Paul say about Syria? Here we go.
This bill would also drop more sanctions into the middle of the Syrian civil war, as well as funding for so-called vetted Syrian rebel groups. All this will do is prolong the Syrian civil war, and with it, the humanitarian suffering and displacement we've seen in the region. the Syrian civil war is largely over. I
No, it's
agree with
not.
President Trump that it's time to come home.
Now, he says that because, in my humble opinion, Rand Paul is trying to gain favor. Maybe he thinks he can get some policy done. Maybe he's full of shit. There's a whole bunch of options with this, right? But he still stated it regardless. Like, I agree with President Trump. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Hey, Trump, I'm giving you credit. I'm feeding into your narcissism. Please, please swing my direction in policy and don't fund these random, quote unquote, Syrian rebel groups, the overwhelming sanctions. Maybe we do something else because, well, in Rand's mind back then, 5 years ago, and which was the consensus amongst people, or amongst political people, I guess, was that the Syrian war was over. Assad, Russia, Iran, they won. It's over. Little did Rand Paul know that those little fundings for those random Syrian groups would lead to something like this.
How did you find the Syrian president?
Right. I think very good. Young, attractive guy, tough guy. Strong pass. Very strong pass fighter.
Is that wordy?
But he's got a real shot at pulling it together.
How did you find the Syrian?
So, who Trump's talking about right there is not Bashar al-Assad. It's actually this Jolani or Ahmed al-Shara guy who is now the president of Syria. One of the guys that were funded in the thing that Rand Paul just brought up right there. Isn't that interesting? Not only did Trump just praise him right there, he took down the sanctions. The ones Rand Paul was talking about during Trump's first term. So, you have to think about this. Assad president. You don't want Assad to be president. You put sanctions on and you fund rebel groups to go and fuck up the country, right? You'd further, act within the Syrian quote-unquote civil war, all right? As soon as the guy that most people would call it's well known that he was like an ISIS Al-Qaeda fighter. Once that guy takes power, all of a sudden sanctions gone, and he's a big, strong, attractive man. Same administration, same person, same president, right? It's his administration's. Interesting, isn't it? Almost like they were looking for a failed state in order to, I don't know, elevate or appoint a quote-unquote, what would be the word, ally in Syria, which happens to be Al-Qaeda, which should be very suspicious for regular people. Granted, they won't find out about this, let's be honest. But for the, people that end up clicking on this video, there it is. What more do you want? But there is more, by the way. These are snapshots. I swear to God. There's so much information out there. These are little snapshots of events.
What does he mean by you're a strong guy? I mean, it's like a compliment, right? So
well, I think he's referring to him being a fighter. That's what he means.
Fighter.
That's what he actually means, I think.
Fighter, okay. Yeah.
Like he knows he was an Al-Qaeda fighter.
He's an Al-Qaeda fighter. So he fights I guess militarily, but they also just kill people, right? Like people that are...
Yes, but he gave that up for a suit and tie.
Okay.
Actually, during Trump's visit to the Middle East, he said, damn, this guy, Jolani, big, strong guy. He's used to be worth a lot of money. He's referring to the bounty on his head of $10 million by the U.S., by the way. The U.S. put that on his head. $10 million for the capture of this Jolani guy. Comes to Syria, fights through that war, becomes president, changes his name, pretends to care about Western values all of a sudden, says, don't worry, we're not going to fuck with Syria. We love Syria. Or, sorry, we're not going to fuck with Israel. We love Israel. Israel still fucks with them anyways, but the point is, he's trying to get into, these Abraham Accord things and make some money, like the rest of them do, right?
So he was... Would you call him a radical Islamist terrorist?
He was blatantly Al Qaeda. The 9/11
Yeah.
guys, he was in that group.
Yeah.
Blatantly. From out of Syria
Okay.
though, not out of Saudi Arabia like most of the guys on the planes were, right?
Okay. Yeah, just wanted to be sure.
I
I knew what
believe.
we were talking about.
Well, I believe he's like close allies with ISIS, with
Uh-huh.
Baghdadi, right? The I guess creator or originator of this thing that's trending right there, ISIS. Al Baghdadi, right? I think they served in jail together and were close with each other. And then they had a falling out or something. Maybe they started fighting each other. Or maybe the U.S. is like, all right, Jelani, do it. Turn on ISIS, start fighting them. And then obviously they all were spearheading towards Syria, right? And you heard Rand Paul. He's like, "Yo, this war is over. Why are we spending money over here?" It's because it wasn't over, Rand. It wasn't, and the money actually paid off for devil worshippers like this. They got the guy in that they wanted. If you ever know anything, if you ever learn one thing in this life, never give up. Keep funding Al Qaeda till they win. Fund them and give them air support, and subvert the country that they're trying to topple. Anyways, let's keep moving. So what did we do? We did Israel, Gaza, Syria. What was the first one? Oh, all right, never mind. That's it already. Okay. Israel, Gaza, Syria. What's next? Oh shit! Is it the? What could this be? Trump signs executive order combating anti-Semitism. Well, gee Willie, what the fuck could that be? Wait a minute. December 11th, 2019? Who the fuck would be doing that? God dang it. Let's find out. Here we go.
And I said to Bob, so what, Bob Kraft? I said, so what was bigger?
Bob Kraft, owner of the Patriots. Or I think I don't know if he is now still, but he was back then. Owner of the New England Patriots, NFL football team. All right, here we go.
What we did for Israel in terms of Jerusalem and moving the embassy to Jerusalem, becoming the capital.
So that happened. That pissed a lot of people off. I guess some of these newer, famous political content creators just figured this stuff out. I still don't think they know about that, do they? I've not heard that mentioned in newer days content, right? About the embassy move and how much that pissed people off. Oh, okay, whatever. Here we go.
Capital of Israel, or the Golan Heights, which you've been looking to do for 52 years. They've been having meetings on the Golan Heights. Nothing happened until I came along. I said, Bob Kraft,
nobody gives Trump credit for that.
Which is more important to the Jewish people? He said, neither. I said, what does that mean? He said, what you did by terminating the Iran nuclear deal is bigger than both. I think that's true. I think that's true, Jeff. Could be true.
So there's him bragging about pulling out the Iranian nuclear deal. Once again, not calling it the gold standard of deals being made, but I'm saying there was something there so that there was no mistaking about Iran developing nuclear weapons. Don't worry about that. Trump pulls out of the deal. In all of your faces, by the way, all you Trump fans that didn't. He did it right in front of you. He did a whole big announcement. Remember, the owner of the Patriots is there. Alan Dershowitz, a name you know, is there. The Kushner and Ivanka, there. Famous names are there. You guys didn't find out about it somehow. Openly announced on Fox News. Huh. If he did that today, I think this view count would go up to 20 million views. By the way. But he did it in 2019, so no one cares, right? But just for a before and after snapshot here. Here's him tearing up the Iran nuclear deal, which he did earlier in this administration. And then here's him announcing bombing Iran.
A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime: Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan.
And that's all you need to hear. So, his initial excuse for pulling out of the nuclear deal way back when, in his first administration, was about money. See, Obama's just giving him money. He's giving away Americans' money. This is wrong. This is what people were saying. What Trump was actually saying to the foreign policy people was saying, like, oh, Iran's been funding Hamas, the Houthis, Hezbollah, groups all over the fucking Middle East. They blame Soleimani for roadside bombs and all that shit, right? So what they were doing was they were creating a scenario in order to piss off Americans and want to go bomb Iran. It didn't work too well, but he did it anyways. Let's just be honest. He did it anyways. And people fell for that. And then, obviously, eventually, during this term, he did actually bomb Iran, while still subverting them with the same talking points that he used in his first term, that apparently people forgot about or didn't notice or something like that. I don't know. But there's more in this clip. As you can see, right, combating anti-Semitism. Let's continue. Here we go.
True. I said I sort of agree with that. But today we're taking another historic action. In just a few moments, I'll sign an executive order to combat anti-Semitism. This action makes clear that Title VI of the Civil Rights Act, which prohibits the federal funding of universities and other institutions that engage in discrimination, applies to institutions that traffic in anti-Semitic hate. So this is a very powerful document that we're signing today, and
so it's fighting discrimination.
Yeah. Remember, this isn't this year. This is 2019. First term, 2019. It wasn't a mystery. Sorry, guys. And of course, we have. I picked a funny version of someone expressing how much they love that idea this year. Here's Michael Dumbfuck Rappaport. Here we go.
Woo! Woo! I'm going to get this in before Shabbat. I'm wishing everybody a fantastic, good Shabbos and a peaceful Passover. But not you, Khalil. Hey, ho, ho. Khalil Muhammad, you got to go. Hey, ho, ho. Khalil Muhammad, you got to go, you f***. You're such a...
Okay. So, obviously, you can see he's talking about Mahmoud Khalil, the Columbia University grad student, I believe, right? Or I think he graduated, but still he was doing something with the university still, right? Other than the protests, right? So, him and these students protesting Israel took away federal funding, or they were attempting to do that, and they threatened deportations because they were criticizing Israel on college campuses, I guess. And that wasn't born yesterday, as I said. Oops, wrong video. As I said, these things have been here.
And now Columbia and Brown, I believe, have adopted the definition of anti-Semitism that includes criticizing Israel as well. Oh.
Well, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That was a couple days ago.
That's not anti-Semitic? That's anti-Semitic to criticize
Yes,
Israel?
they adopted you can Forward, I think, had an article about it, but the Washington Post also wrote about it today. But yeah, they've adopted the International Holocaust Remembrance. I forgot the name of the organization, but they're the ones who who've expanded the definition of anti-Semitism to include criticism of Israel as well.
Which was done under Trump, right? Sorry, Jesse.
Yep. Yeah. This was the deal that they struck with Trump, so that they wouldn't get their federal funding taken away. And they've also said that they will expel everyone who is involved in those protests that they are talking about. And they're I think retroactively taking people's degrees away as well. So
wasn't
it ain't pretty.
Wasn't the definition change? I think that was under his first term where they changed that around. I remember Ben Shapiro all of a sudden arguing, like, well, here's the federal definition of anti-Semitism. He started using that in
Yeah, the
arguments.
international.
Yes.
And then now they're making private universities adopt it.
Look at that. Wow, what a mystery.
Starting
I
with
would
that.
have never guessed that. Never, ever would I have guessed that. But what do you got,
I
Jesse?
remember
Yeah, go ahead.
when people were pissed off about expanding the definition of what a virus is to be things that were not a virus. Actually, that was 2020, so that was still during Trump time too. But people were very pissed off that it meant things that were not virus. No, vaccine. I'm sorry, vaccine.
Oh, don't worry, we'll
Remember?
get to that. Don't spoil it,
Oh.
Jesse. We'll get to that. Don't worry.
No, I just wanted to like, just on the topic of like expanding definitions and like, is that okay or not? Can we expand the definition to protect Trump from criticism? Like, make that anti-Semitic? Like it doesn't, like the words don't mean anything anymore, right? Like you'd be like, well, this is gonna cover this. Anti-Semitic will cover the state. It'll cover why not its allies, right? You can't criticize Israel's allies or, like what does it mean anymore?
Well, it never meant anything in regards to these motherfuckers. Regular
Yeah.
people, sure. But these motherfuckers, they don't give a fuck about you guys. I'm sorry. They don't care about you. But,
well, in a way, in a way, like the reason why that's so dangerous is because you end up putting a target on people's backs when you do stuff like that. And then everybody kind of looks at them and they're kind of like, no offense to Amy, but, and then you have, the Amy's and the Nick Fuentes of the world, who are just like foaming at the mouth, waiting for that. Right. So, because then that justifies everything in terms of like, why these people are like this and they get all this special treatment. And it's like, it almost seems like they're putting a target on there. But,
also, don't worry. We know it's not meant to be offensive because it's her sister, Amy. So, anyways.
My sister in Christ.
Once again, people, these are snapshots. There is 10 times the information that's actually out there that you can showcase and source and all that shit. I'm doing snapshots because I'm a lazy motherfucker. So let's continue on. With our little snapshots. I believe we're here now. Venezuela. Now, this is the thing that kicked off the reason why I'm doing this video today. You'll see the after, but this is the before. This is a Trump State of the Union address in 2020. And there's a mention of not just what's happening in Venezuela, but a guy that they want to be president of Venezuela, a Juan Guaido. And remember, this is stated, like, who didn't see this, right? If you were paying attention to politics, if you are a diehard Trump fan, at the beginning of this year, how'd you miss out on his first terms, one of his big State of the Union addresses? Why would you miss out on that? So clearly you heard this part before. Let's play it now in case you forgot.
We are supporting the hopes of Cubans, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans to restore democracy. The United States is leading a 59-nation diplomatic coalition against the socialist dictator of Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro.
Socialist dictator. They didn't say drug dealer yet. So like, all right, fuck, let's keep playing. Where's the cocaine at? By the way, I can imagine they're preying off of people's like stereotypes of like South America. Oh yeah, they all sell cocaine and all that shit, bro. They do the cocaina. They all sell that shit. Anyways, here we go. Standing applause.
Maduro.
Let me back up. Take a look at one of Trump's biggest enemies, right? These two just fucking hate each other, don't they? Let's see what happens.
Is leading a 59-nation diplomatic coalition against the socialist dictator of Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro.
She nodded her head. She's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, let's take down Venezuela. But wait. Don't Trump fans, weren't they calling Nancy Pelosi just some socialist communist? What? I don't understand, guys. Why aren't they on the same team about that? It's crazy. Oh well. Who cares, right?
Maduro is an illegitimate ruler, a tyrant who brutalizes his people. But Maduro's grip on tyranny will be smashed and broken.
Damn, he's starting
Here this
war.
evening is a very brave man who carries with him the hopes, dreams, and aspirations of all Venezuelans. Joining us in the gallery is the true and legitimate president of Venezuela, Juan Guaido. Mr. President, please take this message back to your family.
But wait, guys, like, he doesn't want to do regime change and shit like that, right? But he just named the president of someone else's country. He just named him that guy. Like, right? Am I tripping?
He's restoring democracy.
No, that's literally what he did.
Okay.
He said he was restoring democracy.
Well,
he said, but Juan Guaido speaks for all Venezuelans, so.
Oh, he does, does he? Okay.
Yeah, he's telepathic.
The Venezuelans haven't voted for him yet.
Crazy, man. By the way, Alex Jones cheered this
But he
on.
knows they want to.
Alex Jones cheered this on, by the way, about regime change
Isn't this
in
the thing?
Venezuela.
Isn't this the thing where they sent some like Blackwater guy, or not Blackwater exactly, but like some mercenary? Yeah.
There's Green Berets that got caught down there, that were hired by the Kraft family, like Kraft mac and cheese, like their family, because let's be real, these guys want to carve up Venezuela, like any country. They want to be able to carve it up and just, like a straw, just soak up all the fucking resources they can get. Straight up. And that's been a thing for a very long time. But then again, there are a bunch of drug dealers down in South America, so why do we care, right? They're just freeloaders that just want to come to this country, take it over, don't they? Huh? You want to take my job?
Well, they want to get your population addicted on fentanyl so that they can take their jobs. I don't know.
I mean, this is like...
Just close the border, okay? Just close the damn border.
Jordan, why do you keep repeating shit you already said before? There's a fucking reason, dude. I'm sorry to be mean about it, but there's a fucking reason why I repeat things. Once again, this is another repeat. Remember, far left socialist, communist, deep state, hates Trump person. Watch her reaction when he says, we should have this new guy, Juan Guaido, as president of Venezuela. Watch her fucking reaction.
He's a very brave man who carries with him the hopes, dreams, and aspirations of all Venezuelans.
Oh, she's happy.
Joining us in the gallery is the true and legitimate president of Venezuela, Juan Guaido. Mr. President,
she stood up first.
Please take this message back to your family.
Remember all the white outfits, right, to protest Trump? Why are they all standing and applauding? What's going on here? What happened? Unfortunately for Juan Guaido, he never quite became president. They tried. There was like an attempted coup. I remember watching that shit on social media, like motherfuckers with blue armbands, with ARs, trying to essentially take over the government, I think, through military means. Didn't work out. I heard an idea like there was like a drone attack, like a drone tried to fly like a bomb into Maduro and kill him or something like that. I heard of that idea. Either way, it's like, if you're saying Trump wasn't trying to start new wars or was never involved in new wars or never tried to overthrow governments and yada, 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 you are dead fucking wrong. And this is just one country in South America. There's South America, there's Africa, there's Eastern Europe, there's the Middle East. Like, it's all over the fucking planet. There are contingency plans up all over the fucking place. So, Trump fans who turned their fucking brains off because they were desperate for that little injection of hopium Enjoy it now. Sorry, you had your moment back then. Now your hopium has turned into copium. Yes, I'm using the new kids' language. You are now there now. You're full coped out of your fucking minds. This is a reality. But anyways, this was before.
That was not very based.
Shut up.
Sorry.
This was before. Right? Where he's cheering on some random guy that you guys, that not you guys, but the people on YouTube, well, Trump fans have not heard of before. They wanted to overthrow Venezuela and replace it with their own leader, their hand-picked leader. Let's be honest. Well, what's happening right now? What is the after to this thing? Because who cares about Venezuela? There's all these problems in the world, right, guys? Well, it's my Corbett little intro thing, transition. Here we go.
Today, the Department of Justice and State Department are announcing a historic $50 million reward for information leading to the arrest of Nicolas Maduro. Maduro uses foreign terrorist organizations like TDA, Sinaloa, and Cartel of the Suns to bring deadly drugs and violence into our country. To date, the DEA has seized 30 tons of cocaine linked to Maduro and his associates, with nearly 7 tons linked to Maduro himself, which represents a primary source of income for the deadly cartels based in Venezuela and Mexico. Cocaine is often laced with fentanyl, resulting in the loss and destruction of countless American lives.
So, Trump fans, or whatever other dumb fuck denomination you come from, this right here is them pretending like they didn't do this. Now, if they called him a major drug dealer back then, they would have said it in that speech, most likely. Let's be honest. They would have. Trump would have said that in his speech. But instead, they went with evil, murderous dictator who kills his own people, just like Assad does. That's what you got right there. Over here, you get, now he's I mean, granted, back then they were doing the, months later into the sorry. When were they doing that? They were doing Maduro wanted for selling tons of coke to people. It was probably after that speech, honestly. But yeah. They're like, Pam Bondi is pretending like this wasn't like an agenda during the first administration, and they're abusing you with shit you didn't hear about or forgot about. That is that is the world you live in, guys. I'm sorry to tell you, wake the fuck up. They are abusing you. You're abused children at this point. I'll let the rest play because I haven't heard all of this, but here we go.
The DOJ has seized over $700 million of Maduro-linked assets, including 2 private jets, 9 vehicles, and more. Yet Maduro's reign of terror continues. He is one of the largest narco-traffickers in the world and a threat to our national security. Therefore, we've doubled his reward to $50 million. Under President Trump's leadership, Maduro will not escape justice, and he will be held accountable for his despicable crimes. If you have any information to bring this criminal to justice, call 1-202.
Is she fucking trolling? What, Bob from Idaho's like, yeah, I think I saw Maduro walking down the street from a, It's like, what? Now, what is that inviting, actually? $50 million on the president of Venezuela. $50 million. That's inviting Venezuelans to be like, yeah, I got information on him, because no one here got fucking shit on him, right? Who in America has information about Maduro? Like, actually. It's, what the fuck are we doing? This is nonsense.
Max Blumenthal.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Max Blumenthal went shopping in Venezuela. He knows the drug trade now. Got it. Like, it's as, like, just the way she said it, and the whole setup, and the battle this number shit. $50 million, like, all of that is just comical. Like, it just looks like a TV bit. You know what I'm saying? Like a comedy sketch or something. It's kind of ridiculous.
She looks like that lady in 30 Rock who got like I don't know, she got like held up and she went to go do some news thing in North Korea and they kidnapped her. They made her do their news. So she was this like blonde lady that was held hostage doing the North Korean news. Anyway.
Oh, goddamn.
That's what she looks like. It's the vibe she's giving right now.
This patent bullshit. Unreal. Once again, I only watched like a couple like seconds of it. I'm like, oh, I know what they're talking about. All right. I use this clip, and it's just like, oh my god, just the selling over here, and then the reaffirmation over here. It's just incredible to me. But we're not done yet. Let's keep going. Accelerating America's leadership in artificial intelligence. Now, this is from February 11th, 2019. It's an executive order signed by Trump to try to outflank China, I guess, on AI, or outflank Russia on AI and shit like that. And then you see shit like this today, right? The after, where just giving out billions and millions to different fucking companies, tech companies, and all that shit to outflank China and outflank Russia. I'm gonna leave this one like pretty short here, but same old. You're getting nothing new really. Maybe more aggressive, but in the same direction though. You have to admit. Let's keep going. Operation Warp Speed. Remember that? Anti-vax guys, like the whole reason why they were awakened by the political, like from what the political system was doing was because of the vaccine and COVID and all this shit. Well, here's Trump during COVID with Mr. Fauci, Dr. Fauci right behind him. Here we go.
Today, I want to update you on the next stage of this momentous medical initiative.
Momentous.
It's called Operation Warp Speed. That means big and it means fast. A massive scientific, industrial, and logistical endeavor, unlike anything our country has seen since the Manhattan Project.
What?
You really could
Nukes?
say that nobody's seen anything like we're doing, whether it's ventilators or testing. Nobody's seen anything like we're doing now within our country since the Second World War. Incredible.
We're that
Its
good.
objective is to finish developing and then to manufacture and distribute a proven coronavirus vaccine as fast as possible. Again, we'd love to see if we could do it prior to the end of the year. We think we're going.
Yeah. So, yeah, the little operation. I don't know how people forgot this one. Like on every level, whether it's like major news story or kind of underground hidden story, he's fucking you on each level. By the way, but somehow they missed this one too of Operation Warp Speed. Wasn't a big phenomenon about COVID vaccines and all this shit, right? Wasn't that like a big deal to the Trump fans? Dave Smith and Joe Rogan and these guys, Jimmy Dores. But yet they thought Trump was going to come in and like fix things, I guess. Well, let's fast forward to today, and you'll see.
You were the driving force behind Operation Warp Speed, these mRNA vaccines that are the gold standard.
Right.
Now your health secretary is pulling back all the funding for research. He's saying that the risks outweigh the benefits, which puts him at odds with
Research
the
on
entire
what?
medical community and with you. What is going on?
Research on what?
Into mRNA vaccines.
Well, we're going to look at that. We're talking about it, and they're doing a very good job. And, you know, that is a pass. With Operation Warp Speed was, whether you're Republican or Democrat, considered one of the most incredible things ever done in this country. The efficiency, the way it was done, the distribution, everything about it has been amazing. But, you know, that was now a long time ago, and we're on to other things. But we are speaking about it. We have meetings about it tomorrow at 12 o'clock. And we'll determine. We're looking for other answers to other problems, to other sicknesses and diseases. And I think we're doing really well. Yes, ma'am, please.
Thank you, Mr. President.
So as you can see, even after all these fans, campaigners, content creator supporters, everyone screaming about the fucking vaccines, right? This guy still says his Operation Warp Speed was a big success. It was awesome, incredible. Can't believe we pumped out those fucking untested vaccines so quickly. So quickly. So, I guess Donald never caught the message about people not liking this. And guess what? There's even a video, even from earlier this year, where they brought up Moderna guy, a Moderna guy, right? He brought him up on the podium and let him like talk or something like that, right? Or gave him like a round of applause or something like that. I'm pretty sure. So he's not on your side on vaccines. So for Trump fans, where the fuck are you winning at? Where's your W at? Now someone's gonna come to me and tell me that's old news. We already know all this stuff. We figured out that Trump is a bad guy. But if I go back a month, are you still there? How about a month further back? How about 3 months back? 4 months? That's before he bombed Iran. 5 months? That's before the Epstein debacle. Are you sure? Are you still like? I'm just saying. And it's not so much me, dancing on your graves about this. Although I am a little bit. Sorry, guys. It's more so like, okay, you guys won't get tricked ever again, right? Like, this is the first and last time you ever get tricked on shit like this. Forever and ever, right? You will now maintain a constitution of savagery, of intelligence, of critical thinking. You'll never fuck up like this again. But then again, I see some of these people starting to dive dick first into Candace Owens and Dave Smith and Jimmy Dore and these fuckers who got it wrong in the first place. I'm like, did you guys really critically think about this? Did you really? Or are you letting them do it for you? Which is extremely dangerous, in my humble opinion. Also, go Braves. Go Braves. Fuck up the Marlins. Fuck them up. Anyways. I repeat things because I don't feel like motherfuckers hear what I'm saying. Maybe my language is fucked up or I stutter or something like that. I don't know. I can't say I know. But, don't ever be fucking tricked again by shit like this. Have your ears and eyes open 24/7. Not in paranoia, but in fucking ultimate empathy. For those reasons. Because, damn, a choice I make may fuck someone else's life up or day up or whatever the fuck. So thus, I think about what I do before I do it. That's what I mean. But, who cares? Let's move on to the last. And
it doesn't say go Braves. I just want to let you know. It says go Birds. I think they're referring to
I'm
ducks.
looking up here where it says where the Braves are beating the fuck out of the Marlins, and you see.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. There you go. Just Matt Olson probably hit a home run or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's continue on with the last thing, which is me partially trolling, but also it's still true. It's a little bit backwards, though. Here's Trump now.
One, were you aware of and did you personally approve the prison transfer for Ghislaine Maxwell that your Justice Department?
I didn't know about it at all. No, I read about it just like you did.
And do you believe that she is
It's not a very uncommon thing.
Do you believe that she's credible to be listening to? Your Deputy Attorney General sat down with her recently.
Well, let me tell you, he's a very talented man. His name is Todd Blanche. He's a very legitimate person, very high. I just a very highly thought of person, respected by everybody. And I didn't talk to him about it, but I will tell you that whatever he asked would be totally appropriate, and it's not an uncommon thing to do that. And I think he probably wants to make sure that, people that should not be involved or aren't involved are not hurt by something that would be very, very unfortunate, very unfair to a lot of people.
Oh, okay. So you can see there, my boy Todd's going to make sure that anyone who, shouldn't be mentioned won't be mentioned. We're going to make sure that. That's Trump today. Thank you, Alex Jones, for wrecking your own Lord and Savior. And then here's Trump. Way back when. Let's just full screen this. Fuck it.
Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison, and a lot of people want to know if she's going to turn in powerful people. And I know you've talked in the past about Prince Andrew, and you criticized Bill Clinton's behavior. I'm wondering, do you feel that she's going to turn in powerful men? How do you see that working out?
I don't know. I haven't really been following it too much. I just wish her well, frankly. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well. Whatever it is, I don't know the situation with Prince Andrew. Just don't know. Not aware of it.
Ghislaine.
Sorry, I have to do it.
I just wish her well, frankly.
I just wish you well. Yeah. There's your video. Please subscribe if you feel like. Comment. Agree, disagree. Tell me what you think. Where were you at? You know, a month ago, 7 months ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, in regards to politics, Trump, Biden, all of it. Are you starting to feel lied to yet? Or are you starting to feel like you bought a lie? It's a different thing. Did you trick yourself into believing into something? It's a worthy discussion, worthy inner dialogue, in my humble opinion. But tell me in the comment section. Do not forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in that dang old description box. Check all of them out, read all of them, share them. If you have the time to, please do so. Also, there should be a link for my new Discord for everyone to talk and have Discord. Yeah, do that. All links, description box. And with all that said, please give this video a thumbs down. He wants to do a funny noise. Nah.
Say you wanna get in.